Thank you very much, guys. We're on to Miramar now. Game number 4 of today's 5 games. And the gap starting to close at the top. And Tropic still enjoy a healthy lead. But NLT and FaZe Clan are nipping at their heels. And it's not even Sunday yet.
No, and the crazy thing is, I was talking about FaZe feeling as if, you know, almost robbed in the late game there. There's potential for an extra, what, maybe 8 to 10 points to also make up if they closed out that win with a couple more of those kills. So a real shame there. But the big positive coming into Miramar, FaZe Clan currently tracking, at least here across week 2, very, very well on Miramar. So that's a real positive coming in here. I mean, Northern Lights a little further back actually in the pack in terms of the week 2 performance on Miramar, but hopeful that they're able to right their wrongs so far.
So we have roughly a 6 o'clock to 11 o'clock playing path, a little bit skewed towards the west. Places like San Martin will still be within reach, but most of the places on the northeast of the map will require vehicles to get to. Teams seem to have managed to find a place to call home. We don't have any major disagreements, so it looks like, at least for the start of our last 2 games of the day, things are going to be pretty chill. We started the tournament, though, Hypoc, with Miramar being seriously bloodthirsty and Erangel being really chilled out.
But, I mean, there's more teams stacked up on the south side here. Heroic actually do hold on to that edge of the circle as well. BBL in transition will engage with Howl. A little bit of jousting here, and Tuzda will be flushed out as a result. In this part of the circle, it's looking like open terrain they're going to have to settle for.
It certainly is. Howl now moving up against Entropic. That initial knock actually onto Evas, that's from Regnum Karya, by the way. That could end up being critical. Evas had the position where he could hold Howl off onto the right-hand side. And unfortunately, that doesn't exist anymore. The rest of Entropic are looking to try and push in. Ruin will be able to go in and confirm. QB's only got seconds to res Evas. I don't think that's possible, but Howl are now on the back foot.
Oh, indeed. Again, a couple more teams looking to reposition here. Entropic already, I mean, Evas falling here, QBE and Nailup still looking to actually find this second knock here, and actually I think, yeah, the molly will catch it. Elsewhere, 80 actually finds Lookarooks with a nade.
Only Eski on the outside of the building, very separated from Ruined, who I think is on the other side, inside the window. Entropic, Lookarooks down, trying to stabilize here before aggressing. They feel like they could win this fight, but the amount of third partying and the amount of sniping coming in just makes it a little bit less certain. Elsewhere, we've got Thunder trying to move up against Skade.
QBE bleeding out. Nailup finds himself in a 1v2 situation now. Again, he's been good for it previously. He's going to be able to find this. The door swings open. Actually finds the first knock. Esqui falls, but Ruin good for the trade there, and Entropic out in 16th place again, leaving it open here for FaZe and Northern Lights to close this gap once again. That
is very, very big indeed.
And FaZe in a good spot, Joro.
Yeah,
very good spot.
Center of the circle. Entropic out in 16th. BBL coming in with the third party. Molotov to start things off onto Eski. He goes down straight away. Ruin now looking for a way out. Not sure he's going to find one, sadly. BBL continuing to apply on the pressure and forcing Ruin into one portion of this compound, slowly squeezing him out.
BBL looking to be the victors here on the back of Entropic and Howl scrapping it out. Ruin, 2 kills on the board. See if he can do any further damage to BBL. Again, notoriously difficult to push this building. Ruin actually thought he'd swung the door open there, but catches his own flash. Not going to be too detrimental here. Actually, as the push comes through.
Closing the door as well. Insult to injury there. Gets the first, can't get the second. And the trade comes through. Ketpa goes down, will be immediately revived. BBL now claims sole ownership of that compound. Elsewhere on the south side of phase 4, not quite in. We've got Ensign Football is still going on. Remember, Football has lost one early. They've dug their heels in here, and they're still continuing to hold out, but it's against a full 4-man ends.
Actually, Rustamar still getting the better of Gluttony there. I feel like Gluttony had the drop on him. Footballist again. Lacking in this team fight here. Lyran and Nailcop, the last 2 to deal with here. Tixu is downed, but I don't know. Ents are going to reset early here or try and close this out with the numbers advantage. Looking really what Heroic's next move is going to be. See Northern Lights and Na'Vi here with a little bit of a trade-off. but way outside the circle. Na'Vi in the gatekeeping position. Northern Lights only has 3. It's going to be difficult for them to make anything work from this position. And Stu actually, well, at least Tixu spots out the position of Heroic here. A little bit of damage goes through, but not just eluding him.
They have to keep fighting for it, though, because at the end of the day, Ents are the ones who have to go into circle. Heroic are just waiting for them. They've got the high ground. What can they do with it? The utility so far not working out for them. Northern Lights eliminated. Team Liquid third partying on that NLT Na'Vi fight. So we're not going to see a back-to-back or anything like that. What a ridiculous grenade from Page. The triple bounce onto Tixu there. That is most delightful stuff. And Heroic now are looking to tighten the screw.
And the problem being, Rustamar was picked off, way disconnected from the rest of Ents here. That was by Road to Glory. So it's kind of been the green light here for Heroic to engage. The damage comes through. Nookie going to be flushed out immediately. Squeaky, 17 HP. Nothing left to do there. Ents eliminated in 11th place. Great clear up by Heroic.
Yep, solid stuff. All 4 alive, evenly distributing that damage as well. That bounce on that nade from Team Liquid to try and come back towards the rest of Team Rage. Liquid here getting caught out outside a little bit. Looks like there's only 1 left alive. And in the meantime, we've got Na'Vi now, Skate right next door to them, looking at Team Liquid as well. Do it calmly. They should be good.
Skate actually creeping closer and closer. Hyman will fall now, and that should be the catalyst here for Skate to force their way through. Only 3 kills on the board, but an opportunity to find a couple more onto a recovering Road to Glory. The nade prep comes through, but actually Instinct gonna find this knock here. Proned in the long grass here. Finally, the trade comes through, but Jempty pretty low down. No wick as well.
Regna moving in to BBL, but Code Margo getting a beautiful double. Barely any spray transfer. They were almost behind each other there. Apocalypse now coming in a bit late. Sees multiple members through the smoke. Imagine running through the smoke and seeing 3 members at once of the opposing team. That is rough.
Actually, if BBL can come out, they're still 4 strong. That's going to be huge for them with the compound control they have.
Oh, yeah. That'll be good. That's Road to Glory eliminated, although they do manage to get a placement point off the end of that. Fex, unfortunately, on the barbecue, and that's FaZe Clan 1 down. Now, they're on 185 points. There's still 3 of them left alive. Problem is they've got the low ground position against Skate now, so even though they're in the top 6, they want to try and make even more out of this game.
First damage comes through. No knock just yet, but Jempty will finish that one off.
They have to know that there's no one behind them immediately trying to third party. In theory, looking at the circle, you'd be worried about FaZe moving in, but FaZe, the terrain doesn't really suit them immediately coming down to support Skade's push onto Sakura Zenson there, so that's why they could peek that ridge so confidently. Heroic and Team Rage now in a fight. They're so good. 2 in a row now from Heroic, and Laza is struggling.
And dealt with their Heroic now racking up kills, being the victors of the South. Actually, Beamy's still a little bit disconnected, so he's going to have a decent understanding of how this circle is laid out right now. Skade, taking a while to deal with Salty. Again, with this next circle post, they want to make sure that he's dealt with quick enough that they can shift their focus towards the next rotation. Actually, Jempty going to be knocked again, but again, the trade comes through quick enough where the res shouldn't matter. The setup is great for Heroic.
They've got an Orm. How's that? I reckon that'll help just a little bit. Noik with the headshot onto Diggory to put him down to start off that engagement there. And Heroic are still to their west, FaZe to their north, but suddenly everyone's respecting Skade's position just that little bit more. FaZe, in fact, coming under attack from 2 different places, which means Heroic, Skade could actually turn all of their attention to Heroic now, but they need to recognize this very quickly.
Correxy, she finds an opener here as well. Heroic 8 kills now, potential to make it 12 just by the end of this here. The molly is fantastic. Ibby going to be knocked off of that one, and now with the blue pressure in Jempty, actually does come forward, finds it, but the trade is good. Corexy counters that immediately. Code Marco actually going to be trying to steal away some of these kill points from Heroic.
Ibby bleeding out, but just about inside the circle. Skade still 3 players strong. They have had 8 kills this game already. That's Corexy out of the game. BBL helping with a bit of a third party. BBL have got something like 50% of the entire circle as far as control goes, and they've still got 3 players up. No team is intact. They're all doing damage to each other. And right now, from a positional point of view, it looks like everyone has to push towards BBL.
God, Ibby finds Beamy as well with the headshot there. Kepper finally dealing with FaZe, but Heroic now just one standing as T-Bone here trying to still put up some kind of defense. Actually finds the knock onto Ibby completely blind with a wild spray there. Even Pixelic, the last man standing for Skade.
And now that means there's 1 player standing for Heroic, 1 player standing for Skade, and 3 for BBL, who are happy to start descending on this position. You can see them slowly wrapping around. They've got about half the circle. Code Marco has an angle onto T-Bone, but the car is in the way. His position will be given away now, and Smash finishes off Skade. It's a 3v1. T-Bone goes down. Winner, winner, chicken dinner. And BBL Esports, with 19 kills, picks up an absolutely humongous win.
Respect my mind, no die from last y'all. I pray my dick get big as the Apple Tower, so I can fuck the world for 72 hours. Goddamn.